Hello and welcome to the Tottenham America channel. Today, Tottenham Hotspur played out a 2-0 win over Nottingham Forest to kickstart the 17th round of fixtures for this Premier League season. They played on Friday night, and Richarlison and Kulusevski netted each as Tottenham got a huge win to get back to winning ways after their 4-1 win to Newcastle. They build on that with another consecutive win. Huge win, and not a great performance, but a good win.
Yeah, I think, honestly, the bad parts of our game was leading up to when Bissouma got the red and the 10 minutes after that. But then I feel like 80 minutes on, we did really well. And when we got those 2 goals, we did really well. I think our defense did pretty well. Vicario was outstanding today, made some really key saves.
Vicario and Davies were unbelievable today.
Yeah,
really
very
good performance.
Good. Overall, I've been really impressed by Davies filling in for Van de Ven.
Yeah.
It's hard to take Van de Ven's spot because he does so much, and Davies,
and he's so fast.
Yeah, Davies has really surprised me with what he's been able to do.
Yeah, I think he always had that. He just wasn't being used to his strengths because he was used as a left back under Pochettino, and that wasn't right for Davies. And then they moved him to a too much of a defensive center back, and that didn't work. But I think that role that he's playing right now is really good. I don't think anyone expected Davies to cover for Van de Ven so well, but the fact that he can, even though no one expected it, that's a big boost to us because we were definitely short in the defensive area. So having Davies, who's been on our team for a while, someone that we didn't need to buy, come in and perform well like this is a huge boost because that shores up our defense for a little longer, which is very important.
Yeah, and Romero, I think, did also really well today.
Yeah.
He was just under the radar doing really well. He wasn't doing anything. Well, I think it was a good thing that we didn't really notice he was having the best performance. Because if we would have noticed him, that means he probably put in a reckless challenge.
Yeah,
but he didn't. He controlled himself really well today, and he was just a very composed performance from him today.
Sarr was good. Bissouma was probably the complete opposite of the spectrum. Not a good performance at all. And then compounded by the fact that he got a red card late in the game. That's his second red card of the season, following on from the one at Luton Town, I believe, was the early one in this season. That's 4 red cards for Tottenham players this season. We're top in the Premier League. The wrong table that we want to be top of. We're first there, tied with Liverpool. In terms of red cards per team. It was just a reckless challenge, but Bissouma's been pretty bad recently.
Yeah, he started off the season really well, and all of a sudden it's just been going down for him. He did not need to make that challenge. It was so unnecessary.
Foot was way too high, I think, and it was just an unnecessary challenge. It leaves us really short in midfield now because Bentancur is still out. Our only saving grace would be that Lo Celso would come back in. Then we could play some kind of Lo Celso, Sarr, or Højbjerg, Sarr midfield and still have resources on the bench. But let's talk about the best player on the pitch by a country mile, Dejan Kulusevski.
What a performance from him. Really well taken goal. It was a terrible mistake from Matt Turner to just launch the ball right to Decky and to just slap the ball into his own net.
Yeah.
The ball was straight at him, but I think Decky did a really good job of getting a lot of pace on that ball.
Yeah, especially with the right foot, because we know he's very singularly lefty. He doesn't like using his right foot at all. I wouldn't say
he's singularly lefty. He has a good right foot.
He has a good right foot, he just doesn't want to use it. That's the problem. That's exactly the problem. So him being able to use that right foot and launch it past is very good. It was a big goal, too, because I think Nottingham Forest were putting on a lot of pressure at that point. Like, a lot of pressure. If you were a Spurs fan, you were definitely just digging into the chair that you're sitting on, pulling your hair out, because it was a nervous game. I was,
especially when they got that goal. Thank goodness they were like a mile offside.
Yeah, that was way offside. I don't know how the referee didn't see it, but really after that red card, we lost most of our momentum. It was all sitting back and defending. In which case, Skip did amazing when he came on for. Skip came on for Brennan Johnson, who went off with a concussion injury early on, playing against his former team. But I think Skip put out a really good performance to just shore up the defense, especially after Bissouma went off.
Yeah, and towards the end, he was really our main man in midfield. Him and Højbjerg, I know they're defensive, and they typically don't work well together, but I feel like they've been learning from Sarr and Bissouma. kind of to make more forward passes. You could see they did incredible time wasting just going for the corner flag at the end.
I don't know if I so much say that Højbjerg was great today. I think Skip was definitely the better one.
I think Højbjerg was good towards the end. He was working well with Decky.
I think Skip was the better one today.
Yeah, Skip was the better one.
Started slow, but then really ended off well. In terms of striking, Richarlison, 3 goals in 2 Premier League appearances for Spurs. What? That's never happened before. He took his header absolutely excellently. Really, really nice cross from Kulusevski, but the header almost headed backwards right into the net. I feel like old Richarlison would have missed that.
Yeah.
So, I don't know what that hamstring or leg surgery did to Richarlison, but he's found his form, he's scoring goals, and I think this might be the start of Richarlison at Spurs.
Yeah, and he's going to keep getting that playtime right now.
Exactly. So that's going to be very, very exciting. He's got no competition really for that spot because of his goal-scoring habits right now. So that's awesome to see, because I think Richarlison is going to have a very, very fun run of games for us. We've got Everton next, then Brighton and Bournemouth, Burnley in the FA Cup, then we go to Man United in the middle of January. Then we're at Brentford, Everton again, Brighton, Wolves, Chelsea, Crystal Palace, before we go back into a run of tough fixtures. Aston Villa, then a couple games in between, then we go Newcastle, Man City, Arsenal, and Liverpool back to back to back. So we've got a little bit of time until those that death run at the end of, I believe it's end of April or start of April or that area. We've got a little bit of time till that death run, so we have to build up all the points that we can. Definitely. Take the points from the easy teams. We cannot drop another 5 losses in a row like we did. But I think we are slowly starting to click. I know today was not a great performance, but I think we are slowly starting to click. We're finding it, realizing that even if when we don't perform well, we're still getting the goals. And that's the most important part.
Yeah. Because
we struggled with that in that 5-game loss. We struggled with goals. Now, we're getting the goals even if we play bad, and that is a very, very important thing to have, because the win, honestly, is more important than performance.
It doesn't have to be pretty. We just have to find a way to get it.
Yeah. But with Ange, it's going to be pretty.
Yeah.
So that's the best part. But that's it for our reactions to Tottenham's 2-0 win over Nottingham Forest in the Premier League. Richarlison and Kulusevski each netting for Spurs to get them on a 2-win run after their 4-1 win at Newcastle. If you enjoyed and want to see more Spurs content, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Comment down below your reactions to today's match, and until next time,
come on, you Spurs!